If you're looking for a daily spiritual practice that allows you to create meaningful space for relaxation and meditation in your life, I think I have the practice for you. I've been belly dancing for 15 years, and in that time, I've learned how to use it in my devotional practices. You can use it as a form of goddess worship to connect with your divine feminine energy, and you can use it to imbue your mantras and manifestations with your own unique energetic signature. We're going to start with the Ami because it's one of the most recognizable of the foundational movements in belly dance. You can find it in most world cultures. In America, it's the hip roll. The Caribbean call it wine. And in Tahitian dance, it's the farapu. So because of its familiarity, I think that's a very comfortable place for us to start. Let's learn to Ami. The Ami is a move that winds completely in a circle. The constant rolling of your hips represents wholeness, completeness, and union. Because of its circular nature, my favorite way to use it is in full moon rituals. But you can use it just as well for your mantras or for fertility rituals or love spells. As always, we begin with posture. Head up, shoulders up, back down, chest lifted, hips tilted, knees with a playful bend. We're going to start with our left hip and we're going to move in a clockwise position. What's first important to note is that all movement starts in your knees. Your hips are simply a reaction to the action that is happening down here. If you bend one knee, that hip drops. When you straighten it, that hip lifts. We're going to lift our left hip, bring both hip bones forward ahead of you, and then raise your right hip, and then drop your hips back to a neutral position. Again, left hip, both hips forward, right hip lifts, and then back to your neutral position. One more time, left hip, forward, right hip, back. And now slowly, you're going to smooth that out. Left hip, forward, right hip, back. Left hip, forward, right hip, back. Left hip, forward, right hip, back. And for the sake of symmetry, we'll do it the other way. We'll start with our right hip, bring both hips forward, lift your left hip, and then back into a neutral position. One more time. Right hip, forward, left hip, back. And let's smooth that out. Right, forward, left, back. Right, forward, left, back. It's a very hypnotic move. It seems to put you in a trance. It's a move that you want to restrict to your lower body. If you were standing at a desk and I was speaking to you, I shouldn't be able to tell that you're moving because it's strictly in your hips. Thanks for learning with me. Happy rolling.